Morning, everyone. I'm here today to talk about a very pertinent problem in America slash Nevada, and I want to talk about the program that we plan to implement, known as Fiber Me Away from CVD. So, to start this off with the discussion about cardiovascular disease, it is the number one killer of Americans, and it's also the number one killer of Nevadans. And I like to refer to this chart right here. And for the 2016 to 2017 year, you can see that heart disease was the top killer in America compared to the other 10 leading causes of death. And I also like to state that around every 40 to 60 seconds, there's someone that suffers from a heart attack in America. And to add on to all this, based on the CDC, these are all based on CDC statistics, but also based on CDC statistics, the Nevada average rate of cardiovascular disease deaths is higher than the USA average. So that's a very shocking and staggering statistic that needs to be very notable to people, and it's something that definitely needs lots of interventions on to be fixed. So, continuing from that point, there are various programs that have been implemented in Nevada to help with dealing with cardiovascular disease. One of these programs on this picture, which is known as the Nevada Division of Public Health and Behavioral Health. It's the Nevada Heart Disease and Stroke Prevention Program. And with this program, it's designed to not only reduce these conditions, but it's also used to help with detecting stroke slash heart disease, and also for helping to treat them if someone does suffer from them. This is just one of the various programs. It's funded by the CDC. It receives thousands of dollars per year for this goal of preventing those diseases. There's also other programs in the Nevada area. There is the University of Nevada Cooperative Extension, which has health and nutrition programs aimed at preventing chronic diseases. There is the Partnership to Fight Chronic Disease chapter in Nevada, and there's other chapters across the nation. And that program is providing chronic diseases such as cardiovascular disease, cirrhosis, end-stage renal disease, and a lot of various other diseases that someone develops chronically. And to continue that, there's also the program for Get Healthy Clark County, and that's a program that's aims at getting people to move and be more physically active to help them reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, mellitus, cardiovascular disease, stroke, things of that nature. So there are some programs that are in place to help with reducing these chronic diseases. But at the same time, there is other things they could maybe do to help with assessing these problems. Like one thing that my individual group thought we could do was for grocery stores and the purchases that are made, they could analyze or track the amount of purchases of foods that are like more healthy, such as fruits and vegetables, compared to other foods that people purchase. So, continuing with this, with our intervention, we plan to use fiber by increasing intake in people for our participants to help in reducing the risk of cardiovascular disease, or to help with treating it, depending on what stage they are in. And our target audience, we plan it to be people from the ages of 40 to 60. So that's the age group that we want to strike, because this age group, it's like in a good, I'd like to say, middle ground. It's not at the highest risk, as the group is above the ages of 60, but it's also not as low of a risk as those who are the ages of 20 all the way up to 39. So it's in that nice middle ground where people are set in their ways, but they also know just enough about nutrition and stuff where you can actually go in and intervene on them and be able to provide benefit for them. So that's the target audience we chose. Fiber, there is various studies that have been done on fiber in regards to it reducing diseases such as stroke, hypercholesteremia, hypertension, and coronary artery disease. And with the increased intake of fiber, it was shown through the overall data that it is beneficial for these diseases that are related to cardiovascular disease. So just to show a chart right here. Wrong chart, my bad. It's not the easiest to decipher, but with this chart, it showed that those who had a higher intake of fiber, they're on the lower end for risks for developing cardiovascular disease compared to those who didn't eat as much fiber, which is like 7 grams a day or more. They're at a higher risk, as you can see on the chart right here. So it's definitely very important to intake fiber for that very purpose, to help in combating cardiovascular disease. So this is the assessment for our program and why we feel there's a need to use fiber as an intervention, increasing fiber intake as an intervention for reducing cardiovascular disease. And I would like to say that next up for our videos, there will be a discussion of the goals and objectives and the things that are related to the implementation of our intervention program. Once again, our program is known as Fiber Me Away from CVD, and I hope that we're able to really have a big impact on the Nevada community. Thank you.